Say it again.
Did you start your physical therapy?
Yeah. So I've been like two weeks, but I took a break because we're quarantining before Thanksgiving. So I'm doing it at home.
Let's do it. Do the PT.
Oh God, constantly. Literally constantly. I'm
Good
gonna
morning, everybody.
Morning,
Hey,
Jennifer.
Morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning.
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 What are you knitting?
I'm knitting a headband
Ah, nice.
for cozy winter ears.
Nice.
The simplest thing I could think of. And
Does that mean you're not heading south this winter?
no, I'm not.
Wow.
Yep. Got to get all my cozy things together.
There's the gong.
Here's Reverend Bill with your God Call.
Love is. Love just is. Love is everything. Love is everyone, and love is everywhere, including right where you are. That's worth focusing on. You are a bright light of God's love, shining in a way that is unique to you, bringing more love, more joy, more good, more harmony, and more pleasure into the world through everything that you do, just by being what you are. Love.
Pick me apart, scatter all the pieces, but leave my heart so I can feel the beating rhythm in my chest. You know it's just a test of faith. I found the map so I can rediscover who I am, picking up the pieces I left behind, rebuilding what was mine. 'Cause I am not her anymore, tired of closing every door. I have walked through every storm, safe and dry. 'Cause I am more than my mistakes, I am more than my heartbreak, I am more than my worst days, I am more than what they say. Struggling to speak now, I make the choice, say what I'm thinking out loud, not backing down, everything that's lost is found. 'Cause I am not her anymore, tired of closing every door, I have walked through every storm, safe and dry. 'Cause I am more than my mistakes, I am more than my heartbreak, I am more than my worst days, I am more than what they say, I am more than my goodbyes, I am more than the tears in my eyes, I am more than my pride, I am more by your side.
That is beautiful, Alyssa. And good morning, New Thought, Philadelphia. Welcome, 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 welcome. Here we are on Zoom again, respectfully socially distanced, but connected through the interwebs. The usual Zoom etiquette and rules apply, which is leave your microphone muted for the most part, because otherwise it gets into a big cacophony as people try all talking at the same time. But speaking of that, let's have a big cacophony and all talk at the same time. I invite you to unmute your microphone and repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to joy.
I have an attitude of gratitude.
I have an
attitude of
Attitude
gratitude.
of gratitude.
And I know love is right here, right now.
And I know love is right here,
right here,
now.
right now.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Now mute your microphones again as I tell you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you through our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been waiting for you. We have been expecting you, and welcome home. We believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us, and that we each use that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. Or as we say around here, our new life begins with a new thought. If you have any extraneous electronic devices that might be distracting for you in the next hour or so, please turn them off so that we can focus within. And then we'll begin our celebration as we begin everything, the practical prayer. By the way, I'm Reverend Bill Marcioni. Our music today is by the amazing Alyssa Garcia, and our practitioner is Joe Catanzaro, RSCP. And Joe will unmute and lead us in our invocation.
Good morning. Great to be here with everyone. Let's take a deep breath and settle in. Connect with that beingness inside. There's only love, intelligence, spirit, the allness of all. The source of everything, matter, form, our experiences, everything we see, everything we feel. It uses its own divine source, the divine substance, to create everything. We are each one of us that same love, intelligence, and spirit. It works through us, in us, as us, flows from us out to each other. As we join today to celebrate that, using our individual spirits, our individual light that comes from that one source of light, sharing it with the words and the music and the feelings and the experiences that we all have here today. All of this is that love, intelligence, and spirit. We share that connection. We are all one with each other, one with the one power and presence. And I'm grateful for everyone here, for our sharing of our selves, celebrating our unity and our connection, bringing more and more good into our own individual lives and then out to the greater community. And so I say with joy, thank you. Thank you for all this good that flows from us and in us today. And so I release these words, my words, to the creative law that from the beginning of time has always said yes, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Joe. So practical prayer is it's a specific kind of prayer designed to create a new experience in the life of the person who the prayer is about or for. And the important part is that they generate some results. They make a change in our lives. So this is the opportunity that you have. If there's been something that you've been doing prayer on and it's worked, we'd love to hear about it. Just raise your hand either in the screen or on a little electronic chat thing and see who's got a prayer work story other than me. Brain Rourke.
So I've been working on a prayer around love unfolding and relationships and connection. And yesterday I was over in New Jersey helping my son-in-law build a shed. And we were masked and socially distanced. And my granddaughters were there helping. And if you've ever had 3 7-year-olds help you build a shed, you know, there's nothing like that. But at the end of the day, I got to use the hug machine, which is this PVC pipes with plastic, and there's hands that can go through one side, and there's 6 hands that come through the other side. And I got to hug my granddaughters, and it was awesome.
Hug machine. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Very clever. Thank you. Anybody else for our work story to report upon? Okay. There's some stuff percolating. We did some prayers about the election. It seems to still be going on, but we'll see what happens as far as that's all concerned. We have some announcements now, and Carla Ann is our host, so she will be announcerizing.
Good morning, everyone. This bountiful information can be found on our website at newthoughtphilly.org. We rejoice in the return of the light with a winter solstice celebration on Monday, December 21st. We will begin with a silent meditation at sunset, which is 4:39 p.m., and continue from 5 to 6:30 with inspirational music and sounds, stories, ceremony, and candle lighting, meditation, intention, and prayer. Our special musical guest is the world-renowned New Thought artist, Daniel Nahmod. Pardon me. Join us for our community check-in and meditation. They're twice a day, and they're less than 15 minutes, and everyone is welcome. They are Sunday through Friday at 6 p.m., Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., and Saturday at 9 a.m. They're phenomenal. We're active on social media. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and join the Philly Spiritual Adventurers group on meetup.com. The Unexpected Income Club is a fun way to prove prosperity principles as you immerse yourself in abundant prosperity. The practitioners and club members are repeating a daily practical prayer for more prosperity to flow joyously into the life of each club member. It shows up in the form of income that you're not already expecting. You'll do the same prayer too and donate 10% of the unexpected income to New Thought Philadelphia. It runs through the end of the year. Sign up on the website. And we're starting a new Power of 8 intention circle. Please contact Sandy if you're interested in choosing the day and time and joining in. Movie night returns on December 11th for a screening of City of Angels. Self-Mastery is an advanced class in practical spirituality. It runs 10 weeks beginning on a Wednesday in January. And it's open to everyone who's completed Beyond Limits. The Women's Circle meets on Tuesday from 7 to 9 on Zoom. Please contact Sandy for more info. New Thought Philly is hosting an open house via Zoom from 1 to 2:30 on Thanksgiving Day. Drop by for a few minutes to say hi, visit with others from the community, drop into a breakout room with a friend for prayer or gossip or whatever. And we gratefully accept donations and payment via credit card or PayPal. Use the donate button on the website or mail a check to the office in Ardmore. Thank you to the beautiful production team and presenters who make our Zoom celebrations work. There's a short technical rehearsal on Saturday afternoon and a final check-in before the celebration on Sunday. If you'd like to be on the team, contact me. I look forward to hearing from you all. Reverend Bill and the practitioners do practical prayer sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Joe will be available for a miracle in a minute prayer at no charge. We'll leave the Zoom meeting on and open for people to chat amongst themselves afterwards. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, there's some really fun stuff going on. If you're interested in coming to the Winter Solstice celebration, go ahead and register for that now. We're going to do it like we do the Sunday celebration. It'll be on Zoom and also live streamed on YouTube Live. Because Daniel Nahmod is doing the music and he's got a rather large following, we could possibly run out of spaces on the Zoom. So if you register for the event now, then you're guaranteed to get in on the Zoom and be able to have part of the conversation rather than just watching from afar. That's just my urging to go ahead and get that underway. When we're together in person, we have a special gift that we give to our second-time visitors. along with a blessing, and then a special blessing and a welcome packet for our first-time visitors. We don't have that in-person thing right now, so we can't give you a hug either, but we can certainly give you a blessing. If there is somebody here for the first time and you'd like to identify yourself, raise your hand either electronically or on the screen, then we would love to give you a blessing. And in any case, we will all offer up that blessing. Melissa, is this your first time with us? Sorta, maybe, little? You can unmute.
Sorry, yes, kind of. I had attempted to do a Zoom a while back, but something was up with my computer. So I guess this is my first time officially.
Well, awesome. In that case, we are all going to rub our hands together and generate some warmth. You just receive this.
Okay, thank you.
You just receive. I get the warmth and the love going. I'm going to send that love out. You are the bright light of God's love. Thank you for shining your light and sharing your love with us today. And welcome. And then this is the song where we would normally be hugging each other. So we're going to do the next best thing by Zoom. So just, if you're comfortable, go to gallery view and look around the group that's here as Alyssa does this next song.
You can't stand on your own. Feels like there's nowhere else to go. You're not alone. All the odds are against you. They close the door, say you can't get through. But that's not the truth. When there's a will, there's a way. When there's a heart, there's nothing they can say to tear you down, make you feel like no one's on your side. 'Cause I'll be there to tell them we can do better, we can do better. Don't hide, decide we can do better, we can do better. If not us, then who? If not now, then when? We can do better again. You're fighting, there's no use. Up on their pedestals like they can't hear you. But they do. Make them listen, make a difference, make them see what they've been missing. It's up to you. When there's a will, there's a way. When there's a heart, there's nothing they can say to tear you down, make you feel like no one's on your side. 'Cause I'll be there to tell them we can do better, we can do better. Don't hide, decide we can do better, we can do better. If not us, then who? If not now, then when? We can do better again. You can't stand on your own. Feels like there's nowhere else to go. You're not alone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Now we're going to have the Flames of Faith, which is going to be performed today by Sarah.
Good morning, everybody. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call Spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. Our reading today is brought to us from Studio 2 here at World Headquarters by Dina Marciami.
Good morning, everyone. This is such a great reading. I hope you enjoy it. It's from the Science of Mind magazine, and it's called The Gift of Gratitude. When you realize that there's nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. And that comes from Lao Tzu. And Ernest Holmes says, "He who sees most clearly and believes most implicitly will make the greatest demonstration." A mind and heart centered on gratitude do not have the space to be filled with anger, fear, or worry. The mind cannot be focused on gratitude and doubt at the same time. A mind that focuses on the innumerable things for which we can be grateful recognizes that everywhere we go, we are surrounded by countless blessings. A heart grounded in thankfulness beats compassion and peace into every cell of the body. With a grateful outlook, you see all the things you have instead of the handful of things you don't. Your mindset shifts, your beliefs shift, your perspective shifts as you embrace the understanding that each breath you breathe is an opportunity to be grateful. And because we are continuously breathing, our hearts beating moment by moment, there is not a second that goes by when gratitude leaves our side, unless we consciously or unconsciously choose to overlook endless moments of appreciation and focus on lack or limitation. As you go through this day, this divine opportunity, I encourage you to fix your attention and consciousness on gratitude. Let it fill you, let it propel you forward, and let it bring a sense of peace and comfort. Know that one of the greatest things that you can be grateful for is you. Know this, feel this, accept this, and sit with this. You are a gift. And the affirmation is, I focus my mind and heart on all of the things I have to be grateful for. This gratitude propels me and allows me to be the greatest me possible. Happy Thanksgiving.
Throw a pebble in the water, watch the ripples go water. When she started to cry, it's the smile that you gave to the man on the corner in the pouring rain. It's the change in your pockets when you hear those bells ring. It's the life that you're living for everyone to see. It's the chain reaction of action, attraction to the cause. Rise up, sisters and brothers, hand in hand with each other. We're trying to make it right. Speak up, do not be afraid. Think of the impact you make. Today, tomorrow, forever, make a change. Plant a seed in the ground, stand by it till it grows. Make kindness the answer to everything you know. Put your faith in God, who is always by your side. And rise up, sisters and brothers, hand in hand with each other. We're trying to make it right. Speak up, do not be afraid. Think of the impact you make. Today, tomorrow, forever, make a change. Throw a pebble in the water. Watch the ripples go by. Rise up, sisters and brothers, hand in hand with each other. We're just trying to make it right. Speak up, do not be afraid. Think of the impact you make. Today, tomorrow, forever, make a change. Make a change. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Well, it's Thanksgiving week, and I always love Thanksgiving week because Thanksgiving is the only holiday that's actually one of the steps in a practical prayer or a spiritual mind treatment. This year, Thanksgiving promises to be a little bit different because usually the practice on Thanksgiving is we travel to distant places and we get together with large family groups and we celebrate our connection and our love for one another. And asterisk, this year, that is not recommended because the circumstances have changed. So there's a lot of possibility for letting that turn into sadness and sorrow, and just concern and focus on what we don't have this year. And that's very real. That's very real. There's some things that we enjoy that bring us a lot of richness to our lives that we're taking a pass on this year. And there are very good reasons for doing that, because in the bigger picture, what's going to be best for our family is possibly not getting together now. What's going to be best for our society is not traveling and doing things in large groups. And making different choices to give ourselves the opportunity to make another choice at a different time. As I mentioned, Thanksgiving is one of the steps in a practical prayer. There are 5 steps in a basic practical prayer or spiritual mind treatment. We just had the final exam for term 1 in the practitioner class. So the practitioner students would say, you mean an argumentative treatment, because there are 2 kinds. One is a single step. But yeah, we're talking about the one that has 5 steps. The first step is recognition, recognizing that infinite power and presence, the creative source of everything, God, spirit, nature, the Big Bang, whatever it is that we call it. The second step in the prayer is to recognize that because that one is all there is and all there ever has been and all there ever will be, that same power, presence, and creative potential is inside of me. It's inside of each one of us. It's not like we have access to it. It's not like we're made of it. That's what we are. That infinite presence is sharing itself as us. So the second step is that we unify ourselves with that infinite power and presence. And the third step is, from that position of very high consciousness, we make a claim for some new experience that we're going to have in our lives. The newness that we're going to be realizing, the experience that we're going to be inviting. And it can take a lot of different forms. It can be about health and vitality. It can be about recuperating from something that's been a challenge. It can be about a difference and a change in our physical being. It can be about our finances, our wealth, our experiences of prosperity, of having enough money or enough time or enough resource or enough whatever that we're looking for to be able to be uplifted in the next portion of our lives. It can be about relationships, about love, whether it's finding that perfect soulmate to spend the rest of our lives with, or having harmony either in the family or in the workplace. Whatever love is showing up like, we can invite that in as part of that realization or affirmation step. Same thing with creativity, being able to do our work in the world and share our gifts and skills and talents in ways that are going to be meaningful for us and helpful for the people we're engaging with. Or even about the deepening of our spiritual connection. Some people, will come to me and say, I want a prayer so I can be more spiritual. And it's like, sorry, we can't do that, because you're as spiritual as you're ever going to be. It's 100%. That's all that we are, is 100% spirit having a physical experience. That said, though, we can pray to have a deeper experience of the spiritual truth that we are. We can have a prayer to deepen into the meditative practice or another spiritual practice that's going to let us feel that connection more thoroughly. So we can pray for all sorts of things, and that the meat of the prayer is in that third step where we're claiming our good. In the fourth step, the one right after we claim our new found goodness, is gratitude. It's thanksgiving. It's giving thanks for the good that's on the way. It's giving thanks for the awareness of the connection that we have with the infinite. It's giving thanks to be able to speak a new creative word into the same law that has created everything. It's a deep feeling of thanks for good unfolding and bringing that into our lives. And interestingly, gratitude is the only step in a prayer that you can feel. We open ourselves up to the infinite, and then we have an awareness. It's kind of head-based. Sometimes we can feel a connection inside of ourselves, but when we get to that gratitude step, we can actually feel gratitude. And actually, let's just take a moment right now. Go ahead, if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes or go into a soft focus. Take a deep, deep breath in. And then deep, long, slow breath out and settle into a feeling of gratitude. It can just be a feeling of gratitude. It can be gratitude for something that has happened, something that's happening now, or something that's on the way. Take another deep breath. And another deep breath out. Feel that feeling of gratitude. Whatever it was that you anchored on to bring up the feeling, let that go. Take another deep breath in. And on this exhale, just feel that feeling of thankfulness. Just settle into a feeling of gratitude. Take another breath at whatever pace is comfortable for you. Just keep going. And as you're comfortable, bring your attention back into the room. We get to feel that feeling of gratitude. It's not just in our head. This is not just the science of mind. This is embodying that science, that newfound practice. And it turns out that deep breath out that we're doing as we settle into that feeling of gratitude, that actually stimulates our vagus nerve. Our vagus nerve is the one that provides the opposite of inflammation. It tells the parts of our body that have gotten inflamed to stop it. Time's up. It's the one that when we've gone into some sort of flight or fight syndrome, that's the one that calms us down and says, okay, time to let go of that anxiousness, that edginess, and just allow ourselves to relax. The scientists have demonstrated that that deep exhale in the vagus nerve release oxytocin, which is the love hormone. So the feeling is real. It is a real physical feeling that we have in our bodies. And settling into that feeling of gratitude lets us experience that. The other really fun thing about the feeling of gratitude is because your body feels the same way when you're grateful for something that happened when you were a kid, the way your grandma did something wonderful with you, or something that's happening today. You know, you're smelling the cookies or the bread baking in the other room, or anticipating the visit that you're having with somebody. It can be something that's coming in the future. It's an event that's happening later this month, or on Thanksgiving, or later this year, or some other time. The feeling is exactly the same. And the key thing about that is that your body doesn't care whether it's past, present, or future. Your body feels exactly the same way. So we can put things in the opposite order. Instead of waiting for something to happen that you can feel gratitude about, that is then going to stimulate your vagus nerve, that's going to let you breathe deeply and trigger the oxytocin and get you that feeling of love. Just breathe deeply. Let yourself settle into that feeling of gratitude. Let your body have the same reaction. And by being in that space of gratitude, we can be inviting that newness of experience. 13th century mystic Meister Eckhart profoundly said, if the only prayer you ever say is thank you, it will be enough. The only prayer you ever say is thank you, it will be enough. So in a lot of ways, that second to last step in a practical prayer is the most important one. Because right after we do the gratitude, we do a release. We set this new intention loose to the creative law, and we release it, we let it go. But it's being able to claim something new and do so with a feeling of gratitude that really gives power to our practical prayers. That's the key to creating a new experience in our lives. The title of the talk today is Attitude of Gratitude, and this is basically a salute to Philadelphia. And it was funny in the tech rehearsal yesterday when I said Attitude of Gratitude out loud for the first time. Alyssa just broke up laughing because she is used to the Philadelphia East, where attitude is the pronunciation, and so is gratitude, and it's very rarely gets put together. So the salute today is to Sam Brown. The late Sam Brown was a practitioner in one of the spiritual communities that I belong to, and he did the Philadelphia accent particularly effectively. And he once did a talk about having an attitude of gratitude. And he just owned it, and he stood right in it. And it reminded me that that is hugely important. If we can bring ourselves back to that place where we're feeling thankfulness, in spite of the circumstances, it can be when things are wonderful and we can have that feeling of gratitude, and it's great for us. Or when things are challenging, to turn away from the challenge and be grateful for the opportunity to invite something different. That's an attitude of gratitude, or Sam said, an attitude of gratitude. And Sam was very wise in a lot of different ways. There's a great Sam Brown story. Musician friend of ours, Lou Doty, went to Sam as a practitioner because Lou wanted to have an affirmation. He wanted to have something that would work for him, basically as an anchor point for his life and his mission here on Earth. And they sat down together, and Sam did a little opening prayer, and then Lou said, "So what do we do next?" And he says, "Well, what do you want your affirmation to be?" And Lou said, "I came to you because you're the practitioner." And Sam says, "It's your affirmation." you're going to have to do the work. And they spent some time together. And Lou, who's a very talented musician, came up with the affirmation, "I am an instrument." And that has served him beautifully for decades since then. And it's the willingness to just go into the mix and say, well, what's happening here now? And to be open in gratitude to what's coming up that invites something wonderful and magical and supportive and life-sustaining like that can serve for a lifetime. So having an attitude of gratitude is hugely important for each of us individually and for all of us together. Because when we have that attitude of gratitude, we can invite more goodness and more newness into our lives. Let's go ahead and stimulate that nerve one more time. Go ahead, close your eyes or go into a soft focus. Take a deep, deep breath in. And then a long, slow breath out. Just let it go. Feel yourself feeling better. Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. And exhale completely. One last time. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Bring yourself back into the room. The process in a practical prayer is being able to look at a situation or a circumstance and know something different. When things are going well, we can look at the stuff that we are enjoying and invite more and more and more of that, and do that with a feeling of gratitude. And when something is challenging for us or difficult or makes us sad or confused, we can we can use that experience to illustrate for us what we want to have instead. So if I'm feeling confused, what I'm going to pray for is clarity. If I'm feeling lonely, what I'm going to pray for is companionship and support and love. If I'm feeling like I'm struggling or I'm broke, then the prayer is going to be for prosperity. Because the infinite creative power doesn't really care what we're praying for. It is an infinite supply of everything. It's basically whatever we're looking for, it's got it on the shelves. You think Amazon has everything. The universe really has everything. And it's waiting for our request. The Father knows what you need before you ask. And you have to ask. And the reason that you have to ask is because with an infinite warehouse full of everything, who knows what you should be getting? I want to send you something that you don't want. So you get to choose. We each get to choose. And once we've made our choice, we can be grateful that it's already on its way. And it is as simple as, I'm not even going to use the Amazon example. It's like going into the best restaurant in the world, where there's a server who is very attentive to your every need. And whatever it is that you ask for, the server will say yes, and go back to the kitchen. And whatever it is that you're looking for Let it get put together and brought out to you and presented? The answer is always yes. When you're clear about what it is that you want, the server will go back into that infinite kitchen. The process will unfold, and there's your meal. And it's easy to get discouraged right after you place the order. Oh, it's not here yet. What's taking so long? Well, it's on its way. It is on its way. And by the way, if it turns out that you order something that you don't want, you can change your order. You can look at what comes out and say, perhaps liver with whipped cream on it was not a good choice. Let me have something different instead. And the server will say, okay, and clear that one away and bring something different. And it is the gratitude, the thankfulness for that good, whatever it was that you were inviting, is already on its way. It's the gratitude that activates the whole thing. So as we go into this possibly challenging Thanksgiving, look for things to be grateful for. If you've never had a gratitude journal, consider right before you go to bed, have a journal, write down 5 things you're grateful for. You want to make it a challenge, make it 5 different things that you haven't written before. If you want to cheat, you can make it be the same 5 things every time. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. But it's about turning your attention to that which you are grateful for. Because by cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you get into a habit of inviting more and more and more good into your lives. And you deserve it. You deserve to have all of that good and more. Not because you've earned a gold star, not because you did something special, not because you came by New Thought Philadelphia this morning, but because of your birthright, the truth of what you are, a divine and perfect expression of God's love, right here, right now, and always. You are a blessing. I am grateful for you. So it is.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Alyssa. And Joe's going to lead us in a meditation now, and then I'm going to do a prayer. And for anybody who wants to follow along, I actually will show you which step I'm on in the prayer as we do it.
Okay, so I wanted to do a passage meditation today. And since Thanksgiving is a holiday of abundance, I'm going to use more than one. I feel like I don't even have to do the or let's put it this way, Reverend Bill has primed us for the meditation. So as he was talking, I thought about, so what is gratitude and how do we develop it? So from Robert Brath, gratitude and attitude, or gratitude and attitude, are not challenges, they're choices. And from the one and only Willie Nelson, when I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. So that can kind of set the stage for gratitude. And then I think the passage that really spoke to me about what is gratitude is from G.K. Chesterton. Gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. So I thought we could use that as the basis of the meditation and kind of breathe in happiness and gratitude and breathe out that one, or breathe in happiness and wonder and breathe out gratitude and really feel that. Settle in, get comfortable in your chair, whatever position you're comfortable in. If your feet can be flat on the floor, you're sitting up straight, that's fine, whatever you're comfortable with. And let's start by taking 3 slow, deep breaths. So we can breathe in and hold it at the top. Slowly breathe out. One more deep inhale. Breathe in. Hold it at the top. And release. And once more. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top. And release. And as you settle into breathing at your normal pace, just focus on that breath. And when you take an inhale, feel yourself inhaling happiness and wonder. And on the exhale, breathe out the gratitude. Because that really is the prayer. Thank you. Breathe in that happiness and wonder. And breathe out the gratitude.
Breathe in happiness and wonder. Breathe out gratitude. Breathe in. And breathing out. Settling even more fully into the awareness that there is one creative power, one source, one force, from which everything flows, that one we call Spirit, God, nature, Mother, Father, God. We call it the Big Bang, call it the happy coincidence, whatever we call it, it is that one from which everything flows. And that everything includes me. It includes each one of us, right here, right now, and always. Divine expressions of that one infinite power and presence. And knowing that this one infinite power is sharing itself as and through and in me and each of us right here and right now, I know that each of us is experiencing more good, more love, more joy, more harmony, more prosperity, more health and vitality, more loving relationships, more creativity, and opportunities to share our gifts and talents. An opportunity to deepen even more fully into the awareness of the spiritual truth of who we are. This good is unfolding for us, through us, in us, and as us right here and right now, and for this I'm tremendously grateful. I breathe into this feeling of gratitude, knowing that all of this good is already unfolding for each of us individually, for all of us together as a community, for our neighbors, for our friends, for our colleagues and clients, for our fellow humans, and through all of creation. This good is unfolding now, and I'm deeply grateful for it. And so, with this feeling of gratitude, I speak this word of intention, and I release it into the same creative law that has always responded with a yes. And I now, once again, speak this word of intention and let the law say yes. I let it be. I know it's so. So it is. Good. Take a deep, intentional breath in. And a deep breath out. Bring your awareness back into your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, shrug your shoulders. Stand up and do a happy dance around your house. Or otherwise bring your attention back into the Zoom as Alyssa does another song for us.
Places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one that compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning. But when I think of love as something new, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love them more. lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I'll love you more in my life. I'll love you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Alyssa. So here we go, planting gratitude seeds amongst you guys, and get to see what's sprouting. This is an opportunity. If something's come up for you during the celebration today about gratitude, about something that's going on in your life, this is an opportunity to give voice to it, maybe invite something new. Anybody have something to share?
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
So I came to this group searching because I had lost my husband a year ago, and actually Friday was the first anniversary. And it's very interesting how the universe speaks to you. But our song together was A Wonderful World. And Friday when I went, because in the Jewish religion, you don't go to the cemetery till it's been a year. So I went and I sang In My Life at the cemetery. So I think the universe is really working this morning, that those two songs were sung. Just overwhelmed with gratitude. And somehow the universe is speaking through you to me. So I thank you for that.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Beautiful. So,
yeah, there are no coincidences, right?
no, sometimes the universe just has fun with us. Thank you, Amy. Anybody else? Rain, please.
I just wanted to tell Alyssa that she did it again. She made me cry.
Yeah, she does that.
I can just say how grateful I am for all of you and just for this to exist in general. Like Breen, I'm right there with you. Alyssa had me in tears almost all day. And I normally don't take little notes, but there were such good little like nuggets of things today. Alyssa, in one of your songs, you said, make kindness the answer to everything you know. It's like such a cute little nugget right there. And I believe earlier in the reading, Dina, you had said something, focus my mind and my heart on all of the things I have to be grateful for. I think that was the affirmation. I just think that everything came together. So like, I don't know, when you get that little thing in your throat and then your heart flutters a little bit, and then Amy sharing how it all kind of like, we kind of like full circled. Thanks you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. Annie, I was hoping to hear from you. How's life on the roller coaster?
It's going okay. It's a good practice, though. I really the practice of gratitude is I would say life-changing. That sounds cliche, but it really, when you focus your attention on when you practice focusing your attention, then you get to realize you get to choose where you want to be mentally. So on my gratitude list, when I do one, I can always really feel, like you said, that's like, and you feel that in your prayer. I can always feel such gratitude for the opulence of warm water. Like there are so many places that like people don't have running water, but just the fact that our water is warm, like I'm always cold. So I love like washing my hands with warm water, taking a hot shower, a hot washcloth, putting on your face or something. Like it's just so magnificent. And that's just one little simple thing that like when I'm in a cruddy mood, I can really just dig that. So I think when I went to Guatemala and like I was in the mountains and the people like didn't have running water at all, but then the thought like, oh my gosh, like they have to like light a fire with sticks and branches to like get hot water. Like I was just like, my mind was blown. So I don't know. That just makes me feel so rich. That's it.
Beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't need to be anything big. Melissa.
Hi. Well, first, I just have to say what an absolutely beautiful, beautiful community you all have created. I actually found you through your practical prayers on Insight Timer. I don't live in Philadelphia. I wish I did, but I actually live in New Jersey, not too close to you guys, but and I had no thought in my head today at all to look you up, you know, to join this today. And it just kind of, I don't know how, something just kind of just inched its way into my brain to check out your Zoom. And I'm really glad I did, because I kind of needed a reminder to be grateful. I'm a massage therapist with frozen shoulder right now, and I'm not able to work. It's been challenging, it's been frustrating, and I don't always feel grateful, and it's hard to sometimes find, sorry, getting a little upset. It's hard sometimes to remember all the good things, you know, when you're in pain and you can't work. So this is kind of what I needed today. So thank you.
Yes, we're so glad that you're here. Kathy and Todd are both in New Jersey, just so you know. Michael is in Austin, Texas.
Oh, awesome.
You do not have the distance award for today. Just because I love fishing for coincidences, where are you in New Jersey?
I'm in Bloomfield.
I grew up in Montclair.
My favorite city.
Football rivalry, the Thanksgiving football game is between Bloomfield High School and Montclair High School, and they share a border.
That's right.
I love the coincidences. Welcome home.
Thank you very much.
Carla Ann, your turn.
That's so funny. I was so taken by everything that everyone was saying that I was like, no, I don't have anything. Hello again, everyone. New Thought is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gifts you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads that love. We are grateful for every way that you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by credit card or PayPal. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on the screen, and we'll say it together. Okay, ready?
Unmute.
Unmute. I live in an abundant universe.
I'm one with the infinite source.
All good.
I am a center of conscious prosperity.
I enjoy the
richness of life.
I bless my
Bless my gifts.
I
I share my gifts with gratitude and joy.
I
Know that as I give, I do receive.
So it is.
So it is.
Ew.
Are you feeling good? Like you should? Went and took a walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. more time. Are you feeling good? Like you should. Walk in circles all around this neighborhood. Are you feeling blessed? Never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Lane is singing along, so we know that that one is a complete hit.
It's a good song.
No,
It's not mine.
it's a great one. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you. We're so grateful for the way that everybody shares and supports this community. A quick reminder that next Sunday is the 5th Sunday. It's a healing celebration. Music will be Dina Marchione and Jim Wade, both of them together. And so I've been working that performance. And I'm personally loving hearing the rehearsals. So let us close with a loving cacophony. Go ahead and turn your mute off. Reach through cyberspace and take the conscious person near you. And repeat after me. I am love.
I am love.
I am light.
I am light.
Light.
I am an attitude of gratitude.
And
Attitude of gratitude.
Attitude.
I share the love.
I share the
Share the
love.
love.
I shine the light.
And I shine the light.
And so it is.
and so it is.
Thank you all.
Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Alyssa,
Wow.
you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you for the universe. That was 2 gifts this morning. Unbelievable. There are no coincidences.
Love when that happens.